Okay guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a shoulders and calves workout. Before we do that, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about our plans going forward as far as traveling and things like that, since we did just hit 750,000 subscribers. So I thought it would kind of be a good time to do like a debriefing of some of the places we could potentially be going to, as well as ask you guys where you think we should be going in the future, where you're from, what gyms are good to go to, because obviously whenever we go to a new place, that's sort of what we look for, is just having a sick gym that we can go and train at and shoot content at and all that stuff. So I have about like 7 or 8 different kind of bucket list locations that I really want to go to. We've gone to LA, those guys have gone to China, but I've never been to that Asia area. Obviously right now with everything going on, we couldn't go out and travel more. Like we were actually forced to come back from even LA, but it kind of also got us stirred up to go to a whole bunch of different places and got us planning. We figured it'd be a good time to do so. Technically right now, even with everything going on, we can still go down to LA and stuff, but I think since we've been down there a few times, it definitely is somewhere that we want to go back to and want to stay down there, but we also want to explore some other places, especially in like Asia and things like that, possibly Japan, Singapore, South Korea, all these different places that have really different culture compared to just American or North American culture. Even outside of that, the only real places I've explored in like Europe and stuff is Spain and London, which still kind of have like London is very similar culture to here, even though it is still in Europe technically. So I kind of want to go to like Italy and France. Both my parents have been to both those places and they just seem sick. I also heard that like Germany has some pretty dope gyms, so maybe during FIBO when they do the bodybuilding, the International Bodybuilding Expo, that could be an option to go meet some people. In December, since that's when the Olympia is going to be, I think we're probably going to be going down to like Los Angeles, Las Vegas area, so we can kind of hop back and forth, go to the Lift Factory, check out some places, obviously meet a ton of people at the Olympia, since it's going to be a sick year this year with competitors coming up, with Flex Lewis going into open bodybuilding, Sean coming back, and then possibly Phil coming back. So all these different people, the Olympia seems like it's going to be hyped this year. Right now, probably not a huge possibility is Shanghai. Both my brothers have been to Beijing in China. They actually went there for the Amateur Olympia where Tyler competed, but I think they said that they want to check out Shanghai as well, which is definitely something that I would like to do. Obviously right now with everything going on, it doesn't seem that plausible, but definitely something in the future that we want to check out is Shanghai, or just China in general. Shanghai is a little bit more like business, a little bit more modern, kind of like a New York City sort of vibe. One of the things we kind of want to do is more explore areas that aren't like really commonly known in super touristy areas. We've never really been fans of that. We like just going out, finding different places. Even in LA, we don't like going to the super common spots. We always like to find different places that may not be listed, you know, Google tourist areas. The only island in Hawaii that we've gone to so far is the Big Island. We're definitely hoping to experience some of the other islands. I don't think it's that expensive to kind of jump between them. So if we can get the chance to kind of do like a Hawaii tour almost, then that would be pretty sick. Go with the family and just shoot some more content for you guys. I think right now with everything going on, the rules like you can't drive across the border to go to the US from Canada, but you can fly by plane. So I don't know if it's just because it's a more controlled environment. We actually can technically still go over there if we want to. So this kind of scouting and planning is definitely something that we're looking forward to do, as far as going down to LA again, Las Vegas, and as well as even Hawaii. We're probably looking on doing these sort of things sooner rather than later, since it's looking like Canada, or specifically Ontario, isn't really opening gyms and stuff as fast as they are in the States. I don't know what's going on, but we're definitely looking to get out of here so that we can just go and get back to our normal training environment. Other options that we had that are a little bit more kind of like modern and neat were Singapore and Dubai and things like that. They've always been kind of cool landscapes. I watched Larry Wheels and he just moved down there and stuff, so it looks really cool to go and check out that sort of thing. I think like 4 to 5 years ago, my older brother Braden went to like Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, all these different places, and he said it was super dope there. You got to go like wakeboarding, there's some cool gyms, it's just a cool landscape in general. So that's definitely a place that I do want to go check out for just the experience. We don't want to be stuck in kind of like a single area for a long time. Even being cooped up here in Canada for the time that we've been here, which isn't that long, feels like we're kind of stuck. So one cool thing about this, or one positive thing I guess we can take out of this, was that we were thinking about going to Japan as well. So with the delays and everything on all the sports events and the Olympics specifically, which was supposed to be in Japan 2020, we may actually get the opportunity next year, or whenever the Olympics happen, to go and visit Japan and actually experience those events, which is pretty dope. So if you're from Japan and you guys follow me, just let me know in the comments below, or if you're from any of these places, or if there's any other places that have like dope dope gyms or dope areas to go and travel to, then definitely let me know in the comments down below, because we're super open to going pretty much anywhere in the world right now. We just want to check out and experience all these different places. So if I missed any country, place, gym, which I definitely have, leave a comment down below like where you're from, or if you know any sick areas outside of this list that you think that it would be sick for us to go to. Oh yeah, and then also tag your favorite gym in the comments down below, because we need to find the best spots to go and train at. Up next, which is probably the title and the thumbnail of this video, we're going to get into the cap delts and calves workout. Not going to talk much, just going to show you guys my training, and then you guys can learn a little bit about that. Okay.
Cutthroat from the low when no love goes. Women buddy like it's been dad. When me looking at the bill stack off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out.
Today is Friday, June 19th, the day after The Last of Us release, so we're gonna go play that right after this. But since today is pretty much exactly the opposite of our last video we shot, today's a maximum output day, so the exercise and the intentions that I'm gonna be using throughout my movements are gonna be way more explosive and way more intense on my CNS and just in general. I think it calls for 2 scoops of pre-workout today. This is one of our maximum output days from the programming that we've been doing. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's shoulders today. Since there is a few cable movements, probably just gonna switch them out for dumbbell movements. For example, cable front raises, I can just switch it out for dumbbell front raise, or cable rear delt flies, I can switch it out for dumbbell rear delt flies. But we're probably just gonna get right into it. After I train shoulders, I'm gonna do calves, because that is a huge request of mine for as far as videos. Won't talk too much. Get right into the workout right after. I'll explain the calves. So most of the difference with these movements with my maximum output days has to do with the explosivity of the movement, so how fast I'm driving up during the concentric part. My rep ranges stay pretty much the same. I like to keep them between 10 to 15 reps, so nothing above that, or else you're doing a lot of just cardio work, and anything below that, you're getting really into the strength range. So I'm actually gonna be doing a little bit higher volume, a little bit more in each exercise, and then not crazy exercises per se. You don't need to do a whole bunch of difficult exercises. It's just gonna be simple but effective. So even with the side lateral movement, I'll show you guys in a second, you guys can see as I execute it, but it's gonna be explosive. In my first like 1 to 2, maybe even 3 sets, I'm gonna do 5 sets of this. So as I'm getting warmed up and getting blood in the muscle, I won't go like insanely explosive, but then as I build up the amount of blood that's in the muscle, I'm able to go a little bit more explosive without risking the joint and all the joints, ligaments, all this stuff around the actual intended muscle that you're trying to hit. So only like 10 pounds to start, and then we'll get up to a heavier weight. So 4 sets of 15 for this. Start with a lighter weight, progressive overload, as I said with my previous video with my arm work. More explosive and more explosive each set.
Never stop, never settle. I got Henny all in my cup. I'm on top, I'm on the level, yeah. I'm trying to get to the back. Got it on lock, got it on smash, yeah. She tryna holler what's up. I'm with this how it is, yeah. When you on your way up, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
And then for each of these sets, since it is decently high volume, I don't need as much rest because it's not as much actual load. We can take only like a minute rest and we should be good to go for our next set.
Some gushers in the crusher. Now that's a head buster. Yeah, she bad, but I don't trust her. Probably think I'm gon' cuff her, but I ain't no lover boy. All these girls love the boy. Shout out to my uncle Troy. He bout to have another boy. So enjoy just being in the room, especially when they be hoping you lose. I've been at, don't get it confused. Wishing they could walk in my shoes. Living you learn, you pick and you choose. You know my humble, I'm keeping it cool. Taking my money and pull up a stool. Follow your dreams, then go back to school. Whoa, still on my grind, taking my time, stars aligning. We going hard, we came far, it's perfect timing. I hear so growing up, we from the islands. Came from the world, we from the dirt.
5 sets of that, that's more flushing blood into it. I'm gonna do a standing dumbbell shoulder press. It's gonna be a little bit more taxing since there's more stabilization involved. Oh fuck, oh I hit my knee.
When you on your way up, I'm on my way, 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 I'm on my way. What can I say? Yeah, they got a thing for the kid. Do as I may, know how I play. They still tryna do what I did, tryna keep up. Tell them it's up, runs back, but they smoking on mid. Pop the top, boy, we knock off your lid. Bent up, need my chin to the Take notes, you can learn you a thing. Hot inside, I don't be making a scene. Vibe a track, you can see how they cling. Set the table, you gon' see what I bring. I got a lot. keep me a knot. Staying hungry every day is a feast. Got the spot, don't make it hot. Coast to coast, but we reppin' the east. Yeah, yeah, still on my grind, taking my time, stars aligning. We going hard, we came far, it's perfect timing. Yeah, ISO, we going up, we from the islands. Yeah, came from the rug, we from the dirt, turned to a diamond. Never stop, never settle. I got Henny all in my cup. I'm on the top, I'm on the level. Yeah, I'm tryna get to the back. Got it on lock, got it on smash. Yeah, she tryna holler what's up. I'm with this how it is. Yeah, when you on your way up. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Yeah.
Fuck, it's so hot. Oh, I need sodium right now. I feel like my lats and stuff. Gonna have a fat meal right after this. Some burgers, some Starburst, some fuzzy peaches. High fat. High fat. Okay, I'm gonna do calves now. I'll probably do 1 to 2 variations for gastroc and then 1 to 2 variations for soleus. I'm gonna be straight up and honest with you guys. You guys are always asking me about my calves. I don't like go insane. Same thing with my abs. Like I don't go and do a shitload of volume or a shitload of different exercises and stuff. I usually stick to like 1 to 2 different variations. Like recently at home, I've only been doing just like single leg standing and then just maybe like dumbbell just standing, but mostly single leg. Don't go crazy. Also, don't go like this. Another thing I'll do a lot of the time is take off my shoes. And what you want to create is like a hooking motion from the ball of your foot. So you're kind of wrapping and pulling yourself so that you're tight to the ground, especially if you're doing single leg. And you really want to be able to feel the ground and feel where your contact points are so that you can squeeze your calf. This one I've learned probably from, I've seen a few people do it, but I think Eddie Young, the legend, he actually sent me some of his tank tops and that, so I never thanked him for that, so thank you, Eddie. He does this a lot for his calves, and he's got insane calves. It's just Asian people, right? Where's he from? I know he's from Australia, but he's Asian. But Asian people have the most insane calves. Don't at me about it.
I think legs, period.
Yeah. If I had a straight bar, it would have been ideal rather than a straight platform, rather than these curved ones, but it actually does keep the focus on the actually upper portion of my pinky toe as well as the ball of my foot, which is good. Flexing the tibialis, exact same thing. Just gonna bend the knee, adjust the knee joint, and that's gonna hit my soleus rather than my gastroc. So down here, that's the stretching portion, and then drive up. And your hands should just be supporting, they shouldn't be holding you up or pulling you up, just for balance.